Hi guys, this is Ben James with LAP Realty, Royal LePage Network Realty Corp in Central Alberta. I thought I'd do a quick market update for the first quarter of 2016 for Sylvan Lake and Sylvan Lake area. So what I want to make sure everybody understands is that the way I did this report was based on not just current days on market for when it sold, but if it didn't sell in 2015 and sold in 2016, I took that information as well and added it. The one glitch with the area statistics report that comes out is that if a listing has expired for more than 30 days, the days on market resets, and so does the value, the listing value. It'll change with the new listing. So what we don't see is, say, a house listed in September of 2015 for $600,000, when it got relisted in 2016 for $550,000 and sold for $535,000. The list to value ratio changes and the days on market changes. So I'm going to look at that a little more closer for my viewers so that they can understand what's really happening in the market in 2016 and how it's been affected from 2015. So in 2015 there was 54 sales in the first quarter, and of those 54, 43 were single family homes, and that's what I'm going to focus on, is single family homes. The stats on single family homes, meaning not a condo, not a duplex, and not a townhouse, not a mobile home, nothing like that. It's strictly single family homes. So for 2015, again, just restating, 54 total sales with 43 single family homes sold in the first quarter, compared to this year, 48 total with 38 single family homes. So there is a slight drop there of about 11% in sales, not in price, just in sales overall for the first quarter 2015 versus 2016. Now what I'm going to do is kind of break down the price ranges. So for over 500,000, we had 3 sales in 2016 first quarter. One of those sales was actually a Lakeshore Drive property, and if you know Sylvan Lake, I kind of consider that to be part of the lake stats report. So if I take that out, that's 2 sales over $500,000 from January to the end of March 2016 compared to the 5 that happened in 2015. List to sold value, those properties were listed in 2015. Average days on market, we'll explain that, is 357 days. So they were listed in 2015, and from the list price there to the sale price, there was about a 13% drop. So you can imagine being listed at, say, 600,000, and even at a 10% drop, that's a $60,000 hit, and that's what we're seeing in the over $500,000 market in Sylvan Lake. Inventory wise, it's basically 1 a month is what we're selling, and there's about 25 listings in the market, which means we'd have about 2 years worth of inventory to go through at this rate. Obviously, we're all hoping for a bit of a change in that, but only time will tell. I'm hoping the price of oil and stuff picks up. Again, that's single family home statistics only. Keep that in mind. So and when you compare that, 3 sales, there were 16 over $500,000 properties in Red Deer that sold. So just to kind of give you, I guess, an idea of the difference between populations and what's happening. Red Deer's not doing a whole lot different, and they're 10 times our population, or just slightly under 10 times. So then I looked at $400,000 to $499,000 properties. That price range, we've seen 6 sales with an average days on market of about 106. So those 6 sales compared to 2015, their first quarter, there were 10 sales. So not too bad. But our list to sold ratio, that value was about 7.5%. So if you were priced in the $400,000 to $500,000 price range, basically, you would have seen a price difference from your start price to your sale price, averaging about 7.5%. So a little bit different than over $500,000. So good for those buyers and good for the sellers to not lose as much. Again, that was 6 sales compared to 10 last year in 2015's first quarter. We had 16 sales listed between $300 and $399 in this quarter compared to the 21 that happened in 2015. So a little bit of a difference there. We had 45 day listings on the market and an average days on market of about 106. So again, we're in that about 3 to 4 month pocket for selling properties between 300 and 500,000. And actually that also is stated for under 300,000. We're in about that 3 to 4 month pocket for average days. So don't stress listings if you're listers or sellers out there, if you're not sold in the first 2 months, although that's ideal. You know, there's still a couple more months yet of the waiting game. So 16 versus the 21 in 2015, and an average days on market of about 106, and the list to sold ratio drops even a little bit more to about 5%. So for example, if you had a listing for about 350,000 in 2015-ish, you probably would have seen a sale closer to 330,000. It's about a $25,000 to $30,000 price difference is what you're seeing there. So if you are listed currently at 350 and haven't really dropped much since you've been listed, and maybe were listed in 2015, maybe there's a good way to kind of show a buyer that you can do a price drop of about 15,000, 20,000, and then negotiate from there, maybe 5,000 or 6,000 off of your asking price when a buyer does come. So good information as a seller and also as a buyer to be paying attention to that difference. Under 300,000, we saw 13 sales. Compared to last year, actually it's more. Last year, 2015's first quarter, there was only 7. And again, reiterating that this is single family homes only. So an average days on market this year for that price range is about 113. So again, in that 3 to 4 month kind of pocket is what seems to be the average. So overall, 3 to 4 months is what the average days on market is for anything listed under $500,000. Unfortunately, over $500,000, we've seen a little bit of an adjustment there, and not as many sales happening in the area. So good luck to everybody that's got their listing on the market and their property on the market, and I hope all the best to you guys. Sylvan Lake, the lakefront, sort of the waterfront and water back type properties, such as the ones I'm standing in front of. We've seen over in 2015 about 11% price change in 2015. We only had 2 sales so far in the first quarter of 2016 compared to, I think it was 6 sales in 2015. So, and it's not really expected that we see these sort of properties selling until kind of now. The April, May, June, July is usually the busiest season for that, so that people can come out and enjoy them. So, but to give you kind of an idea, last year was actually a really good year for the lake type properties in Sylvan Lake. We see Norglenwold lakefront properties with 75-foot front selling for $700,000 to $800,000. That's a lot with a tear down type cabin on them. So quite a substantial drop from years past. I mean, we've seen those types of properties sell for as much as $1 million or very close to $1 million. So it's nice to see that we can maybe afford those properties again, and people can get onto our lake for a better value. Just working with some of the buyers last year, they were surprised at the type of properties that we were looking at for under $1 million. You can get a lot more today than you could 5 years ago. So that's my market report for 2016 first quarter Sylvan Lake. Thanks, have a great day.